So I know this is about 2 weeks late, but I just got back from seeing the new Jordan Peele movie, Nope. I held off on making this video since I was shilling for views making the boys content. However, today, I get to finally dip my hat into this film and give my take on what this alien thriller was all about. For those who don't know, which is probably all of you, I'm actually a filmmaker myself and am currently attending film school. I was in high school when Peele's first film, Get Out, came out, and since then, he's been a huge source of inspiration of mine. Us came out a little while later, and while I did enjoy it, it didn't capture the same beats that Get Out did for me at least. And now with this newest film, there seems to be a lot of discourse and debate on whether it was good or not, and what it actually meant. Some are saying it's Peele's best film, and others like resident genius film critic Logan Paul saying otherwise. I, as I usually do, land somewhere in the middle. I still feel like Get Out is Peele's best film, however, to overlook Nope as just a mid-alien summer blockbuster is disingenuous. So, enough foreplay, and let me share with you my thoughts. The film starts with a quote, "And I will cast abominable filth upon thee, and make thee vile, and will set thee as a spectacle." For context, this quote is from the Tanakh, as the prophet Nahum is threatening judgment upon Nineveh, the capital of the Assyrian Empire. The word spectacle is also something to take of note, as not only does the film make a big deal of it, but Peele himself says this: "I started off wanting to make a film that would put an audience in the immersive experience of being in the presence of a UFO, and I wanted to make a spectacle, something that would promote my favorite art form and my favorite way of watching that art form, the theatrical experience. As I started writing the script, I started to dig in that nature of spectacle, our addiction to spectacle, and the insidious nature of attention. So right off the bat, spectacle and the negative aspects of attention are things that are very important to understanding what this story is about. Now let's take a look at our main characters, OJ, Emerald, Angel, Antlers, and Ricky, aka Jupe. All of them trying to chase this monster in order for some sense of control and attention. OJ and Emerald do it for money, Angel for the clout, Antlers for the attention and the glory of saying he filmed the impossible, and Jupe for attention and control. Now that we have an understanding of the themes in our main characters, I'm going to go through the plot of this film so I can explain what this all means. The film starts with us seeing how Jupe, alongside the other actors for the sitcom Gordy's Home, were suddenly and viciously attacked by the titular chimpanzee after it attacked several of the co-stars after being startled by a balloon popping. Jupe, who is hiding under the table during the attack, is traumatized by this experience. However, the chimp finds him hiding and extends its hand for a fist bump. Ricky extends his hand out, but before they can bump fists, the chimp is shot dead by the police. Years later, we are seen with our protagonist OJ, a horse handler for Hollywood Productions and ranch owner working with his sister Emerald in order to keep the ranch afloat after the mysterious death of their father. Because of this, they are forced to sell their horses to Jupe, who is running a Western-style theme park exploiting the Gordy's Home massacre for profit. On the verge of losing their legacy and desperate, OJ and Emerald are trying to figure out ways to make more money. One night, they happen to stumble upon a UFO that has been sucking up their horses and spitting out inorganic matter. Figuring out that this thing had to do with their father's death, they realize that they can exploit this UFO in order to gain profit and, more importantly for Emerald, fame. They set up cameras with the help of Angel, a technician, and attempt to try to film it. Fast forward a little bit further into the film, and they figure out that this UFO has been hiding in plain sight in the ranch as a cloud-like figure and is also a predatory being. They attempt to get the help of Antlers, a famous cinematographer, to film it, but to no avail. Later on, we find out that Jupe has been buying OJ's horses in order to attempt to bait it in front of a live audience. However, it ends up consuming him and the entire audience in a horrific and amazing display. Watching this in theaters was truly haunting. With the disappearance of Jupe and the rest of the people from his theme park missing, Antlers decides to help them put the now dubbed alien Jean Jacket on tape. Unfortunately, this goes south as Jean Jacket devours Antlers after he dies in an attempt to get the perfect shot. Angel almost dies in the process, and OJ and Emerald are left to try to figure out how to stop it. One thing I forgot to mention was how if you look at Jean Jacket, you will be devoured, and with this in mind, OJ attempts to look at it and lure Jean Jacket away from Emerald so that she can escape and find a way to kill it. Keep this in mind as we'll be coming back to this. Going back to the theme park, Emerald undoes one of the giant balloons, getting Jean Jacket to swallow it. It explodes and they finally have put a stop to it. We then see OJ in the distance on his horse, still alive. My apologies for the long-winded plot summary, but I do believe that this was important, and I believe on a thematic and existential level, the film goes like this. Jean Jacket represents a force that punishes people for trying to chase attention and clout on an unjust level. Anytime you attempt to give it attention, it devours and kills you in a display of great spectacle, much like our opening quote. Keep this in mind, as we'll also be coming back to it. Many don't get his character, but Jupe is one of, if not the most important character to understanding the story. I think it's safe to say that after the massacre he had to bear witness to, the idea of control is very important to him, as he felt a lack of it during the attack. It caused him to develop a level of PTSD and OCD. As much like in real life, people with these two syndromes tend to avoid and become obsessive because of their traumas. Opening a theme park, running it, making light of the massacre, and using animals to attempt to bait and control Jean Jacket are all his symptoms in full effect. Unfortunately, he paid the price for it. Emerald, Angel, and Antlers are all mostly self-explanatory. A woman who wants to become famous for finding the first seen UFO. A man who wants to break his boring 9-to-5 life as a technician and become known for his efforts in getting an alien on tape. And a filmmaker past his prime who wants to find glory in filming the impossible. All three of these characters have their own reasons as to why they want what they want. And while I wouldn't say their motives are bad, we can't exactly say they're self-righteous or noble in any way. They all do this to make themselves feel better. The only character who seems to have that is OJ, as even though he goes along with their plans, he always seems to have his head elsewhere, truly taking care of the responsibility of his father's ranch. He is the only person to flat out survive looking at Jean Jacket, and that's because he was saving his sister. No clout chasing, no selfish reasons. He survived because the attention he gave Jean Jacket was for the behalf of someone else. With all this being said, the message of Nope is clear. Attempting to give attention and capture the attention of something for your own personal and selfish reasons is a dangerous and more often than not unjust path to be on. In this age of social media, it is very rare to find someone doing these things for any kind of just reasons besides for themselves. We should support people because we care about them. We should post black squares and hashtags because we care about said groups. We should post pictures of ourselves because we feel beautiful, and not edit them so we can show people a false version of ourselves. These are all valuable for our society. The irony of a Paul brother not liking a film that critiques clout chasing and the negative aspects of exploiting something for attention is not lost on me. Hell, even I'm guilty of this if you look at the thumbnail. However, we can start small. It can be as simple as giving someone a smile and asking how their day was, or checking in on people you haven't spoken to in a while, or getting the help that you need after a trauma you went through, for that is what can truly make us feel better. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. I hope you have a great day. Talk to y'all later.